System enrollment. The illusion of choice. How was I enrolled in the system? Were you enrolled or were you captured by day one? A cow doesn't know it's on a farm if it was born on the farm. It simply knows what it knows as normal, as do all the other cows that were born on the farm. Think about this. Did you ever have free will to agree to sign up into the system? Did you ever freely and consciously consent to pay taxes? Did you agree to be tracked and monitored for your behavior or finances? No, of course not. It was assumed because you were born into the system. You never had a say. It was an obligation and responsibility with no course of action against. But how can that be? Aren't you a free citizen? Not really. If you're a citizen of a country, you're technically owned by them, at least in terms of what you must do and how you must behave. Doesn't sound very free to me, but how can they force you to do these things if you never agreed to any of it? In fact, no one ever even asked you if you wanted to participate in the system. Why exactly are you considered enrolled in the system? How did you become enrolled? Who are you according to the system's ledger? How does the system identify you? What was the foundational document that was used for your enrollment? Your birth certificate. Consider this. Your birth certificate isn't just a state's acknowledgement of your existence. Rather, it's the entrance to your indoctrination into the system. Your name. It was attributed to you upon your registration into the system, a label for your legal personhood. Before the issuance of a birth certificate, your arrival was noted down merely as a biological event, a neutral record of your entry into the world, unburdened by any legal implications. The birth certificate, a relatively modern invention, functions primarily as a means for the state to catalog and leverage its assets. Yes, from the moment of your birth, you're perceived as a potential contributor to the grand societal game, an asset to the collective. When your parents signed your birth certificate, they inadvertently enrolled you into the system, relinquishing certain rights and committing to the system's playbook. The birth certificate, contrary to popular belief, is not a mere record of your existence. It's an active registration of you into a larger, more intricate system. It's at this moment that the illusion of autonomy begins. Parents unknowingly consent to the system's demands, and by extension, so do you, as their child. This document doesn't just bind you, it integrates you into a societal construct with preset rules and expectations. The SIN number. I mean, a name doesn't mean anything, or does it? Of course it does. The word SIN has been around since the 8th century. Yes, the 8th. Meaning it has been around since the beginning of time. You would think something that was meant to be insurance for the people wouldn't be named sin. Think about that. Let's look at what sin means. The word sin is any act, thought, or way of behaving that goes against the moral rules of a particular religion or society's ethical standards. It often implies a sense of guilt or moral wrong. The concept of sin varies significantly across different cultures and religious traditions, but it generally encompasses actions that are considered unethical, immoral, or harmful to others or oneself. When we talk about the SIN number, things start to get real clear. It's supposed to be about social insurance, but whose benefit are we talking about here? Definitely not ours. It's all about tracking and collecting on the asset. Yeah, that's us. This whole social insurance number thing makes you wonder. It is supposed to protect us, but it feels more like it's there to keep an eye on what we're doing and what we have. This number, as simple as it seems, shows us exactly what the system thinks of us. At the end of it all, the grand sin is there waiting to take its share even once you're gone, taxing your assets after you've been taxed all your life. Think about it. You earn money and get taxed. You spend that money and get taxed. And if you try to use that money to buy something big like a house, you're entering a cycle of endless taxation on money that's already been taxed multiple times. And just when you thought it couldn't get any crazier, you'll even get taxed on what is left when you die. Have you ever considered what a good investment you are in the eyes of the system? Look how much we pay out in our lifetimes, basically everything. Even once we die. The way they've got us all in this cycle, it's clear they've got plans to make sure they get the most out of us. Now, seeing all this, it's not hard to see why the system wants to keep us under its thumb, treating us more like assets in a trust than people with free will. This whole setup with the SIN number, the taxes, and how we're seen by the system, it's a big wake-up call. We're not just living our lives. We're playing a part in a bigger game that's been set up to benefit not us, but the system that keeps it all running.